It's Madden NFL 23, and it's a battle for bragging rights between Ohio's two teams. It's the Bengals and the Browns on Thursday night primetime.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
And we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll have a former Heisman Trophy winner calling the shots, hailing from the island of Oahu in Hawaii, Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Now Burrow on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got room. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Burrow on play action. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
First down, Mariota. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Mariota. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. They want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
From midfield now, Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On 2nd and inches, Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Play action. It's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. A toss left, Mixon. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Another try for Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cleveland offense making their way out. They look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll get this to about the 38. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star or a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A give running right is Chubb. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Mariota. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 45 yards for him on the ground in this 1st quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They go play action with Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. He might be being set up here for a busy ball game. Already 2 kicks here in the 1st quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points, but what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Over the middle, complete. That's Grant. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down, Mariota. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. From the 44, Mariota. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch. Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 4 inches.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. You have to be very careful. You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
69 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
To throw again on second down. Burrow, look at the ball comes out. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face third and short. Now it's Burrow. Touchdown! T. Higgins from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
McPherson on for the point after.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Chubb will get the call, running left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Browns on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. Touchdown, Browns. Jakeem Grant, 34 yards. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And he'll take it out to the 25. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Burrow on play action.
He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Here's Burrow. And this one is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mixing up the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Burrow will throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They coming off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Mariota on first down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Play action now. Mariota. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota now. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mariota. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
Touchdown!
Kareem Hunt
from 17 yards out.
And the Browns are back within a score.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead will shrink to 6. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And out now, here come the Bengals.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Here we go. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. The Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Inside handoff to Mixon.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. 1st down, here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 30 on 2nd down, Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Again, it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. McPherson's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he fires one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mariota to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mariota. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. This will be fielded at the 17. Nifty move. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they'll square off with the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Good game to follow in the late afternoon window as well, one being in Atlanta, where it'll be the Falcons taking on the New York Jets. And lastly, we'll be tuned in on Sunday night for what should be an entertaining one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot, and they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. They call it a loss of a yard there, and it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Mariota. It's caught. Beckham. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They go play action. Mariota. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Throwing is Mariota. He finds his target, Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A give right side now to Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen. And they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Beyond the first down marker to his receiver. But they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Give him 30 yards there.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. From the 36, Burrow over the middle. He finds Higgins. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Burrow loses the football.
And this is picked up by the Browns. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The York on now for the extra point.
And the lead is down to 2. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals.
And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Mixon with a 1st down carry.
119 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
On 2nd down and 4.
Burrow, he gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Dances by him. Room here to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his load a rest. Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mariota. And here he's got Grant. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mariota. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have got it back to within a score.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. York now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And he'll find Moreau here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun to give to Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Play action. It's Burrow. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll get this down to the 10.
149 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Bengals. Tyler Boyd from 10 yards out.
And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game. A 10-play drive that time.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score And they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this. But if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch. And it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mariota. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Mariota.
Another completion here to Hunt.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
For the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And Burrow going to throw again.
It connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now it's Burrow.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
This will be from 49 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
And the Browns getting set to go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the gun, Mariota. And to the 42-yard line here, brought down there. But good to